Well, hello. Today we're out in the forest, as you can see behind me back here. That there's just leaves and trees, pretty much in every direction you can look behind me and around me. Just nothing but trees. And it's a really beautiful little area. And today I wanted to just kind of make a short video on one of the ways that I like to make coffee whenever I go camping. It's extremely easy and resourceful, and you can also use it to filter other things if you want to that are larger particulates. And I'll just get started with this, and I'll just show you what I'm talking about here in just a second. So here in my backpack, I have my handy dandy little cook pot slash stove. And it's pretty handy, small. It's a little Esbit stove. Runs on the alcohol tabs. And really tends to do the job. This over here is the cook pot. And as you can see, if I get the light right, you can see it's got milliliters and ounces on there. Just a normal little pot, nothing fancy with it. Clean. Now it's clean. And over here on the other hand, this is where the magic is. Inside here we have coffee, just plain straight ground coffee. And inside here in this bag, I'll pull it out in just a second to show you what it looks like. But it's just a reusable, unbleached cotton tea filter. You can get those extremely cheap from whatever store, like a Whole Foods, or you can even buy them in bulk off the internet. It's like $10 for like 20 of them or something like that. But they're just a reusable, unbleached coffee tea filter or tea bag. And you just pour your coffee into that after you get your water boiling, set your bag in there, let it steep for a little bit, pull it out, wring it out, and enjoy. So I'll go ahead and get this all set up, and you guys get to watch how this gets made. Alright, so this is the little cook pot thing here. I'm going to go ahead and drop one alcohol tablet in there, and I'm going to drop another one in kind of next to it, but leaning up. Stick my finger with this cheapo lighter I just found right through the hole, and we're going to light them up. Sooner or later there, we got her going. Nice. Pretty little flame. Now I'm going to go ahead and put my water container on top, just like so. And then get my canteen out of my backpack. We'll pour some water in that pot and get her cooking. I don't want a giant cup, so I'm going to go about 10 ounces of water in there. And then next part is I got to kind of tamp that damper door closed a little bit. It's a little windy out here. The next part is I got to get this tea bag out of this other bag. Just like so. And there's our tea bag. I wonder if there's a way I could prop this up somewhere. Okay, well now that we've got that burning over here, hopefully not burning the log, I'm going to unscrew this. And inside here is just plain Jane coffee. I don't know if I can get this. There's a deer over here sneaking up on me. I can't quite get this in the light, but I'm just going to put about a tablespoon and a half, 2 tablespoons of it in this bag. Basically half the container is what I want to achieve. Oh, spilling my coffee everywhere. Need a little more. Perfect. So now that I've got about half the contents of that container in this bag, I'm going to go ahead and put the lid back on that. And I'm going to set it aside with the lighter and my little Esbit tabs. And then I'm going to get this drawstring on top and cinch it down just like that. This right here will be pretty quick, pretty easy. Just got to make it first. I don't know if you guys could see that deer. straight in the middle right there. It turned away. Hey, dear. Pick, 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 pick. There's that deer. Yeah, it's just hanging out back there. It wants to know about how this coffee's gonna taste. I'm gonna fold my handles out on this real quick. Try to get them locked together. Seems like the water's starting to get nice and warm. Just started to see a little bit of steam coming up off the top of the water there. I'm gonna stick my finger in, check the temperature. It's not near warm enough yet. Once it starts getting a little warmer, I'm gonna set the bag in before I'm done and let it kind of steep a little bit in there, just to kind of get all the aromas and stuff out of that nice coffee. So with my coffee, I'll be having these Nature's Bakery blueberry fig bars. They're pretty tasty. Good little snack. This deer sneaking in over here on this side, just over the top of the cup of coffee and back there. Can I help you? That's my fig bar. Oh, you don't care? Throw it over here. That's what you said? No. It's mine. My fig. This deer's getting braver and braver by the minute. It just keeps getting closer and closer to me. I don't even know what it's doing. But anyways, we're at the point now where the fire's starting to die down a little bit in the pot. I'm going to drop the tea bag in. Get a hold of that string, because you don't want it to get in there. That's how you take this out of there. You got to use that string. But inside there, coffee is being made inside that cup. Okay, so as that coffee's still brewing in the bag, I usually take and pull it out and dip it in a couple times like this. That's just to make sure that we're transferring and getting a substantial amount of the coffee percolating through that bag. Just like tea kind of, but not really, because it's coffee. I think that's had plenty of time to steep. I'm going to go ahead and squeeze it out now, like that. And I'm going to go ahead and pull that off of whatever flame's left. Maybe I shouldn't blow that out yet. Just let that burn off, huh? Yeah. We'll let that burn off. And we're going to have our coffee now. Well, it's pretty hard to see it in there, but it looks nice and dark. Looks nice and warm. I'm going to step back away from the lens next to this branch over here. Tear into these figs and have some coffee. It's kind of strange because it tastes just like percolator coffee. Just like a percolator. Another deer has joined me over there. There's two of them now.
Well, I know somebody out there is going to ask, how do you dump this out? Or how do you clean it out? Well, how I do it is I just take and grab the end of the bag with the grounds in it, and I push it through the other part just like you're turning a sock inside out. Just like so. And then just done. I know, it's not very beautiful, is it? But you could rinse it out more if you'd like, especially when you get home and you have an indispensable amount of water. But when you're out in the forest, just throwing out the grounds like that is usually sufficient enough to where you can reload this later and not get any disflavoring in your coffee from it or nothing like that. Wonderful thing. And if you're like going to make some kind of other tea that you're going to steep in a pot, like you're going to cook pine needles down, you can use this as a filter, and you can pour through this, catching the debris inside. And it's a really nice, useful thing you can have when you're out in the forest or camping just in general, because you never know what you're going to want to use it for. I've even heard of people using these when they make soups by putting certain herbs inside of one of these and putting it in a soup. That way they can contain all the herbs and not let it like just be all throughout the stuff. It's just for flavoring, basically. So, yeah. What a easy, wonderful way to make your coffee when you're out camping or in the forest. The unbleached tea bag. Thank you guys for watching, liking, and subscribing. I'm just going to keep making more strange videos like this one because this is kind of where I want my channel to go. That's why it's Outdoors with Justin. It's not just fishing with Justin. It's not just camping. It's outdoors. And making coffee is always something that falls into the outdoors. So thank you guys for watching.